Well, that was fun. East Valley Medical Clinic for the VA. Dude, I got so much free stuff. It was rad because I could not afford any of that. I got a get out of this spot. Oh, look at that! I can jump. It was my annual physical, so this is my first full year with the VA, and my health has increased greatly. I'm in much better shape than I was last year. So, and my blood sugar's under control, and my liver enzymes are better, and I got a flu shot, and I got a, what was it, pneumonia shot. And then they're like, you mess around with skanks? I'm like, I better get the shot anyway. So I got the Hep B shot. I got to come back in a month and get the second one, and then a third one in 6 months. And so let's see what else. Oh, I found out you know, like, I'm 47, and I'm like, you know, growing up, there a lot of comedians would, you know, my age would joke about getting a prostate exam. They don't really do it anymore because it's not cool anymore. So you have to ask for it, as I found out, and it was really great. I got a new doctor. He's from Italy. He's a very sweet man, and he's like, I'll do it if you want it. I go, I want it. Like, I want it, you know, I want to know. It was very interesting, you know, and I'm glad I cleared the chamber this morning. So, you know, when I'm helping the wife, sometimes she's got one in the chamber, and, you know, she made me promise not to make a joke or, you know, say anything anymore. But yeah, cleared the chamber, and he's like, your prostate's very smooth and normal. I was like, oh, well, that's good, you know. So, but didn't really do a good job wiping my butt, but that was okay because I took a shower this morning, so it was nice and clean for him. But now I'm very grateful for these health benefits that I'm receiving, and it really helped change my life. And I'm able to pay for, mostly the diabetic meds are just expensive as far as, you know, if I was to pay out of pocket. The antipsychotic meds are very effective, but they give me boobs, but they were very good today about, you know, asking me if I want alternatives and things like that, and just how my general health is. So, but I got some literature. I'm heading home. I did want to talk to you guys. There's Resilient Sounds makes a quad stack monster magnet, and right now I'm trying to find the factory that makes it for them so that I can get a version made in anodized black. So back in 2017 I was trying to get a motor made that was like a quad stack, you know, full-blown awesome, oh my god, this thing's fucking heavy kind of deal. And so I'm having trouble. People don't want to build it, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with the quad stack. So, because it's like China gets these engineering students that tell you that it's not effective. And I'm like, that's okay. I know it's not effective for the fourth lug. My clients want it anyway. So, so that's what I want to put together. It's 880 ounce of grade Y35 ceramic ferrite material, and 4-inch coil. It'll be reverse compatible with the Lord of Bass coils, and but what I want to do is, so it's actually a better value if you buy a complete subwoofer. So I'm just going to have them make it the way that I would make them, and use stainless hardware, and then that way all I have to do is get them here, unbolt them from one another, and then I'll send you the motor and then send you the top. So, and I guess there's a new company that makes the TI frames than XY. XY is the largest speaker parts manufacturer. The second one is probably Tian Li, And so, but this one, I guess it's a casting company, and they actually make a stronger version of the TI frame, which is good, because I don't know if you saw in that last video, Scar had a TI frame that was like really thin walled. I thought that was kind of concerning, but that one broke. And so hopefully this new company, because this new company has the 6-spoke version of the 12-inch TI frame, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I want to import that for you guys and get you guys used to that. And then of course the 15 and the 18. So they keep wanting me to buy like 200 pieces of the motor, and I'm like, I don't fucking need that many. And all the quotes that I've gotten before were only like 50 pieces. So but what I wanted to do was do 50 pieces of the 15-inch and 50 pieces of the 18-inch, and basically we just make them 1 ohm single voice coil, and then I put 4-gauge spring terminals, 2 of them on each side, and then what you do is you jumper them, so that way you can use it as a distribution point. So, jeez, I'm going 80 here, and this stupid Pontiac's up my butthole. You get over for them. So, but anyways, so dual 4-gauge terminals on each side, so that you know, there's 2 positive on one side and 2 negative on the other side, and then they're shorted together, so that way you you just send, you can, you know, go in and out to the next sub or whatever without a problem, and you can, I mean, shit, you can run 4-gauge if you want. So, but typically people use 8-gauge, and then you can double it up. But if you just do single terminals, but whatever. I'm sure it'll confuse somebody, but the idea though is to import the woofer completed with a cool dish carbon fiber or some sort of glass fiber concave cone that's all one piece, and then we get them here, I unbolt them and then send them. Oh yeah, so did I say the voice coil is going to be 6 or 8 layer, and it's going to be a true 6 or 8 layer with only 1 wire in it, so it's not bifiliar. It'll have lots of windings, so it'll have really good strong BL, and then, you know, the fucking 4 magnets will help as well. So I just really wanted to be the best that we can, and I posted on the Instagram that, shit, I forgot pricing. Anyway, it's about $750 shipped is what we're looking at, and so retail, of course, would be right around 1,000. I think the Resilient Sounds ones goes for just about 1,100 shipped, so retail we would end up being right around, just to be competitive, like, you know, $9.99 or something like that for retail sales. So, but I'm hoping I can just do pre-sales at that price, and then that way, you know, we don't have any problems paying for these, so that way we can get you these. Again, these are for resale, guys. I want to see you make money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, getting some and then using them. But, you know, it's better if you have lots of hands helping you, you know, do your project, and that's also lots of wallets helping you pay for your, you know, your big builds. So that's what I want to help you guys do, is because that's a much better financial position to be in as a reseller than just a consumer. Consumers pay the most, and they have the shittiest jobs, and they pay the most taxes, and so you're kind of disadvantaged for being dumb and selfish, which is good. I think that's really good. So when you start sharing and you get smarter, guess what? You get to make more money, and you get to live a better life. So then that's what I want to encourage. But I think, no, there was something else. Not remembering it right now. But yeah, so I wanted to announce that. Again, just look at the Resilient Sounds. I'd probably do like shit, let's do that blue frame, that Optimus Prime blue, because I mean Tilo did it. So it's a 2-coat process, and when you get it done in China, it's actually pretty affordable. So, but we'll do that, and so it'll be like fucking Tits McGee. I'm not gonna do any fucking aluminum cones because those are too fragile and shitty. Oh, that's what I wanted to do too, was the rubber surround. So I want to do a large rubber surround this time, and that's right, that reminds me, I got to send a sample back to China. There's so Tilo Stompler of TC Sounds, he had imported some I would say aramid fibers, so they're probably Nomex, but it was honeycomb Nomex cones that were used in the Lightning Audio project, the Lightning Audio Storm subwoofers that he had built for Rockford. And I still have one of the cones left over, and the surround is still good. Now I had another cone from the Audio Pulse run that he did when he was importing the Audio Pulse cones and everything like that, and it's actually dry rot. So, and the Lightning Audio one is not. So, but there was some problems with the honeycomb. I mean, that's not really an issue anymore because that was shit. We had bought 4 pallets of those like in 07, and we sold all of them, so it was fucking great. And the problem with the honeycomb is that it's not really what you think it is, and Tilo found that out. So it's not as strong as you think it is, and then they had problems with production where it didn't bake long enough, and so it wasn't as strong as it should have been. And then Tilo was like, well, just, you know, coat the back of them with some CA, and that worked okay, but, you know, they start to crease and get all kinds of weird things in them. So we're just going to go either pure glass fiber, which there's a company that I want to talk to that makes one now for Oscar, for Mr. Music Man, but he uses the Oscar opted for the big bubble dust caps, which I'm not a fan of in that format, in that look. So I'm going to do a nice concave one that looks, I guess it would be looking something like the Critical Mass looking subwoofer, or something really cool like that, or the Empire mids that Dan Wiggins designed and made for Empire Audio, something like that, and with a really good rubber surround on it. So basically I want it to last for 20 years. So $750 woofer that handles, you know, 8 kilowatts and lasts for 10, 12 years, 20 years, whatever. So that's what I'm looking to do. I really just like disrupting the industry and bringing stuff to market that other you know, fancy brands, big brands can't compete with. So I had a guy, it was really weird too, because the guy was like, he come on to my ad. There was that ad that I posted for the 2 blue 12s that I built, and I compared them to the 13W7s. Mostly was about the performance versus price. So because JL had upped their retail price, or suggested retail price, to $1,600 each, and so for $3,200, that's what JL thinks you should have, is plastic cones and foam surrounds, and a 1-year warranty for $3,200 for a pair of those. And I was like, I can do better. And so I posted those for $800 for the pair. And so it's a big performance difference, and then of course longevity and a 3-year warranty. But and I just love poking holes in their stupid bubbles, and this guy took it personal and come in and started busting my nuts about, you know, if you're not buying JL or something like that, then, you know, you're wasting your time. Or and he was like, oh, you know, this is for sound quality. I'm like, well, what makes a sound quality woofer? And of course he's never built a subwoofer, and then he finally claims that he sells magnets or something like that to JL or something like that. He implied that. So, but it was just kind of weird. And you know, he's one of those guys that wears mirrored shades and then has a picture of him and his daughter. At least I assume it's his daughter. Otherwise, his girlfriend's really young. But which, if you ever look at, watch that movie Lolita, it's really interesting, because, you know, guys are always after fresh eggs, but when you get there, you're like, oh, this person's really dumb. You're like, yeah, this person is really dumb. Like, this is not a good idea. So, I don't know, whatever. He's just kind of a douchebag, and it's just interesting, I think, when people make objections to me, and I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it, and they don't want to talk about it. So, including personal family. So yeah, it's like, you know, I would love to sit down and talk with my niece Lauren and Emily, and you know, it's funny, a lot of their communication is just nonverbal and sort of like, I don't like you, I'm upset with you, and it's like, well, what are you not upset about? And then they don't want to get into it, and it's like, well, that's kind of unfair to me to make these accusations or even to hold something against me when I can't even defend myself or I can't even explain, you know. So, but so try to be a better communicator, I think is what I'm saying. And then also just, you know, life is too short, love one another. But I got some other stuff I'm working on. I'll do. I missed Woofer Porn Wednesday. I am so sorry. I only remembered last night when I was telling myself I should drink so that I could, you know, stay up all night and work, and I fell asleep. So, but the wife was like, "You got to get up early to go to the doctor." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got to do that shit. God damn it." So, but I love you guys. Wear condoms. Try to stay away from the skanks. Try to find a good, you know, regular Saturday night regular, like in Roadhouse. You know, somebody like that you can just bang and whatever, or, you know, I don't know, get a relative to give you a hand job or something like that. You know, like that auntie that your parents don't like you going over to see, and she's always walking around in her underwear. You know, that girl. So, but I love you guys. Have a good day. Have a good week.